Hello and welcome to Capablanca versus Steiner King Hunt. This game takes place in Los Angeles, 1933. With the white pieces, third world chess champion Jose Capablanca plays against chess master Hermann Steiner with black. And now let us begin the King Hunt. The game starts with Capablanca moving pawn to e4. Steiner replies e5. Knight to f3 attacking the pawn. Knight to c6 defends. And then Capablanca plays knight to c3, the three knights opening. Steiner responds with knight to f6, the four knights game. And then Capablanca plays bishop to b5, attacking black's knight. And Steiner responds, mirroring the moves of Capablanca. Castling by white and castling by black as well. Continuing this mirroring, black attempts to get some type of advantage, but white moves next, pawn to d3, d6. Both center pawns are protected. And then bishop to g5, pinning the knight to the queen. And finally, the mirroring action is broken. Black capturing on c3. And here, if this mirroring action would have continued by black, we would see here that once white played bishop to g5, if black had continued bishop to g4 with this mirroring action, because white has the first move, he would have the advantage, and black cannot continue the mirroring action, as we'll see in this example. If they both continue mirroring, capture, capture, and then here white can deviate, preventing black from mirroring, breaking up the kingside pawn structure, and then knight to d5, attacking both pawns on f6 and c7. And so white would have the advantage. So because white has the first move, black cannot continue to mirror indefinitely. And if we go back to the position, black breaks this mirroring and capture by white. And the game continues with knight to e7. And here, black moves this knight to prevent a doubling of his pawns, and it may allow this c pawn to move forward, attacking the bishop. And an interesting move by white with his knight to the side of the board. And generally, you do not want to place your knights on the edge of the board where they have less scope and mobility. But in this case, by moving this knight, it allows him to push his f-pawn possibly in the future, giving some more space and room for his rook on f1 to attack up the f-file. And so black attacks white's bishop. And here the bishop retreats to c4. Possibly bishop to a4 was better, because here black now has the possibility of attacking the bishop in the center with d5. And if white would recapture, black captures, chasing the bishop away. And so black misses this opportunity of moving to d5 with the pawn, and instead bishop to e6. Perhaps Hermann Steiner, with the black pieces facing Capablanca, the third world chess champion, wanted to trade pieces by moving this bishop to e6 and ease up the pressure, but this backfires because next Capablanca starts off a series of exchanges that break the pawn structure protecting black's king, allowing this king hunt to begin. And so let's see how this occurs. Next we have bishop takes f6. Black captures, but his pawn structure is broken in front of his king, creating weaknesses. White continues attacking and further damaging this pawn structure, removing the protection around black's king. And now we have queen to g4 check. King moves to protect this pawn that was also attacked by the queen. And now f4, attempting to attack up the f-file, having this rook directly aimed at the king and trying to break the pawns, removing these defenders around the king. Black tries to get a counterattack by rook to g8 attacking white's queen. But then we have queen to h5. The queen moves to another attacking square, forcing black to make a decision on what to do with his king. And here the king moves to g7, attempting to hide into this h8 square. But now we have f takes the e5 pawn. And here black has to be careful. If black were to take with his f pawn, it would completely open the f file and leave black vulnerable to a checkmating attack, such as rook to f7 check and king to h8. Next move, queen takes h7 checkmate. And so in order to avoid this checkmating threat, instead, after f takes e5, black will capture with his d pawn. White continues the attack, sacrificing a rook, taking this f6 pawn, and black captures. But this allows white to bring in his other rook, continuing the attack. Black blocks with the knight. And then the final moves of the king hunt. White captures. Black captures with the pawn. Rook to f5 check. Black's king retreats, attempting to flee. Queen to f7, further attacking and cornering the king. King to d6, and with rook to f6, the king and queen, the rook and queen work together to force black's king away from his defending pieces. King to c5. And here, an interesting move. Queen captures on b7, further limiting the scope and the escape areas and possibilities of the black king. So here, queen to b6, black attempts to stop this queen, preventing white from possibly checkmating on b4. And the final moves. Rook captures on c6, attacking black's queen and king. The queen captures the attacker and checkmate. Queen to b4. The king hunt has ended with Steiner checkmated after a long king hunt by Capablanca. Please leave comments on what you thought about this king hunt attacking game. And if you enjoyed this review of Capablanca versus Steiner King Hunt from Los Angeles 1933, please like and subscribe. Thank you and have a great day.